I meant to say.
That's definitely what you said, though.
That's definitely what I said, though. Yeah, I meant suck up, not suck off. That is, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna, like, sit over here in my embarrassment. He really misses his wife. Don't squeeze it, just suck it? Yeah. Pro tip for you ladies. You heard me. Don't squeeze it, just suck it. Wink. I'm sorry. Did
Haven't noticed us yet.
Did what happen the way I think that happened? Do that then. Hard light weapon required. Where do I find a hard light weapon? What's a hard light weapon? My dick when I'm hard and I breathe some helium. I promise you I'm not crazy. My cat is over there. I promise. Okay? If you want proof, I can show you. See? Crap. I don't remember the number from the... Motherfucker! Why do you keep plowing me from behind? Okay, now I'm literally riding you. Ah!
What the heck? I didn't know that was happening.
I was there for the entire thing. By the way, there's spiders.
Good to see you, Prince Noctis. Dustin and I have been investigating the recent tremors in the region. I believe we've discovered the source of the quakes, a long-dormant creature.
Good to see you, Prince Noctis. I can't see you past your chocobo's ass, but good to see you because I know you're there somewhere. Oh, that looks like a problem. Oh, what? Is that a turret? Please tell me it's not a... Oh, that is a turret. Why? Why do turrets have to hate me so much? I don't judge those who do. They do Garrison boyfriends.
Right here.
I'd like to have a girlfriend at Garrison. You know, I never thought I would actually use the term Garrison as a sexual innuendo. I've learned a lot of things doing this stream. In the dark, shadowed corners of time, many stories have taken root and blossomed. Tales of heroes whose deeds echoed through the ages, and of villains whose names became synonymous with infamy. Of battles waged between the forces of light and shadow. On a quest that defies reason, a lone ship ventures into that abyss, guided by its bold and courageous captain, his ferocious feline companion, and a crew of outcasts and misfits. Across entire worlds, dimensions, through the darkest depths of space, and beyond the limits of known time. These are the adventures of the Starship Dragon. Everybody put your hands in the air and say, holy shit. Welcome aboard the Starship Dragon, everybody. I am Commander Krim, your favorite Commander Krim. You know why I'm your
Pizza
favorite?
cannon loaded and ready to throw.
For that reason right there, because we have a pizza thrower in the house. Also, I'm your favorite Commander Krim because I'm the only one. Because nobody would ever be stupid enough to come up with such a weird name. Welcome aboard the Starship Dragon, everybody. Happy Thursday evening. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. I hope you're looking forward to a fantastic weekend as well. If you want to spend it with me, I'd appreciate it. We're going to play some stuff this weekend, like we always do. Hello, Mikey. Hello, Darth. Hello, Josh. Good to see all of you in here. Not a bad person, just a horny one. How funny you get Mikey's quote while Mikey's in here. That's funny. Yesterday's rant that I went on regarding video games and how I feel like they're being targeted. Thank you so much, Josh, for the 300 bits. I don't know why we didn't get a I haven't had a chance to check my notification sounds to figure out why they don't work. But first of all, let me just shut the fuck up and say thank you, Josh, so much for 300 bits. Your donation, your support, as always, keeps the engines of the Starship Dragon running. Comment and I, who is right here next to me, appreciates it very, very much. Thank you so much, Josh. I greatly appreciate you. Yesterday's rant that I went on regarding video games and their sort of double standard when it comes to quote unquote normal people, and how they get scorned and side-eyed and judged harshly for multiple reasons. I didn't get a chance to finish editing it, but I'm going to be uploading that particular segment of yesterday's stream to YouTube in a very soon. Do I expect anything to come out of it? No, but it's probably going to be like one of the first vlog type videos I've uploaded to the new channel, if you even want to call it a vlog. It's really just me ranting. And so if you want to check that out, and because maybe you missed it yesterday or whatever, feel free to, and I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Like, I don't really expect anybody to have an answer for the questions that I asked, but I sure would like to hear somebody try to either. I would hope people would be able to explain to me possibly a valid reason for the way that happens, or be like, yeah, I completely just some kind of comment, something, some kind of commentary to I don't know what I want out of. Oh shit, okay, hold on, I was making sure that my USB on my stream deck was still fine. I don't know what I'm expecting out of that, but I just feel like it's something that I'm not one for posting rants and vlogs and those types of things, but I feel that's something that's kind of poignant that needs to be, I guess, without sounding overly egotistical, it's something that needs to be heard, I guess. I don't really know what else to say. Anyway, so we're resuming our journey through StarCraft Mass Recall, the StarCraft 2 remake, if you will, of the original StarCraft and Brood War. We are on episode 4, which is the Stand, which is the Protoss mission, which is the first chapter in Brood War. And so we're going to pick up where we left off on that. So without any further ado, we're going to get right on that. There's the notification, even though it's hiding behind me. But I don't know why there was no sound to it. Anyway. Excuse me. Mission 5, the Battle of Braxis. Protoss fleet, high orbit over the planet Braxis.
Executor, our sensors have just identified a large group of Terran vessels. However, their configuration profile is unlike any Terran group yet encountered. We are receiving a transmission from the fleet's command ship, identifying itself as the Alexander.
Siege of Rax? I mean,
I am Admiral
not
Alexis
quite,
Sukov
but...
of the United Earth Directorate. We are here to take control of the Terran Dominion and all of its outlying colonies. You are in direct violation of Terran space and have openly attacked Terran troops. Lower your shields and power down your weapon systems. The UED will be taking custody of your ships and whatever spoils you have garnered from this planet.
United Earth Directorate. Raynar spoke of the distant Terran homeworld called Earth. These humans have come a long way to make war on us.
Have faith, Zeratul. You almost sound as if you fear these humans. What are they to such as we? Was it not we who defeated the dreaded Overmind?
Yes, Artanis, we did vanquish the Overmind, but we did so with the help of humans. Do not be so quick to underestimate them.
Of course. Executor, I shall test the mettle of these humans by scouting ahead of your ships and finding a way through this blockade. In Toro Tassadar.
So, no, not quite the Siege of Rax, but there is a new faction of Terrans, as you noted, that have come all the way from Earth to handle Mansk and the Terran Dominion. My problem with the UED is they're using the same tech that is in the Kaprulu sector. And here's the reason why I have a problem with that. All of the Terran technology, the ships, the structures, and so forth, they are basically cobbled together materials and vessels and all that from the remains of basically arcs, more or less, massive colony ships that was carrying prisoners and criminals and such to the Kaprulu sector. So they should have their own, they should have a different taste, a different look, a different design, perhaps even technologically inferior to technology, ships, vessels, weapons built on Earth and its colonies. Because the Kaprulu sector and the Sol system are, like Raynar said, a very long way apart. So even though they're the same species, obviously because they're still human, the technology being developed should have been more advanced. That in the UED should have been more advanced, because the Terrans in the Kaprulu sector are basically, I was going to say scavengers, but that's slightly inaccurate. Their stuff is based on tech and designs of a crashed, or of a set of vessels that are at least close to like 100 years old. I think there was like 60 years of war between the Confederates and the colony, or something like that. It's something like 60 years that have passed. I feel like the Terrans in this sector, their equipment should be kind of just held together with duct tape and straw, compared to tech on Earth, which likely had been developed and created with advanced materials, advanced machinery, advanced engineering. I mean, that's probably one of my few complaints, or I'll just say a few complaints. That is a complaint I think I have about the Brood War campaign and the addition of the introduction of the UED is how they're on the same level of tech as a sector full of survivalists living on what they could do, living on what they had, what they could make. How would I have solved? What would I have done differently if I had been a developer or in charge of this project? I would have made the UED a new faction. For the sake of gameplay balance, they would still have to have, limitations because, they would have a fourth faction for the multiplayer and it would be balanced and all that stuff. That's for minds way bigger than mine. But I really feel like the UED should have been a fourth faction that introduced better tech, different designs, different looking battle cruisers, battleships, different looking wraiths. Their buildings should have looked different. Maybe having their soldiers, instead of there being like massively hulking Marines, maybe have a little bit more of a sleeker look to them, because obviously the Space Marines of this game, which are very different than the 40k Space Marines, are, their prison is their suit, basically. So it's, their entire existence is within that suit. There would be no need for such a restrictive existence on soldiers that were brought up on Earth. Soldiers that were trained and went through a military organization that came from Earth. Their soldiers could have been using laser weapons, laser assault rifles instead of, bullets, like Dreadnoughts from 40k. No, not like that. Not say their entire existence. I mean, like, where the Marines, the Marines are the base soldiers of the Terrans in StarCraft, and when they are released from their prison term, or they're given like a pardon, not really a pardon, but part of their sentencing, I guess you could say, if they've been good in jail, is they get freedom from being in prison, but their task is to become a Marine. They're put in these massive suits that are obviously much larger than their physical bodies, but they live in that suit. They can't get out of it for any reason. There's no vacation, there's no rest. You live in that suit for the remainder of your life. Your prison becomes that suit of armor. The reason I don't compare it to the Dreadnoughts is the Dreadnoughts are fallen members of the Astartes that have been put in mech suits. These prisoners didn't die. It's sort of like just part of their prison. Their prison sentence is to become a Terran Marine and carry a weapon and fight for the whatever Terran faction hires them, or whomever, right? I thought the Dreadnoughts held it's a shameful sentence. Oh, I thought it was like they were killed and like they were like severely injured or something, and their bodies were maybe I'm confusing the 40k Dreadnoughts for Dragoons, because the Protoss Dragoons work that way too. If you're killed and your body can be reintroduced to the mental hive, if you will, of the Protoss, you can be revived in a metal exoskeletal suit called a Dragoon. That's what the Protoss Dragoon is. So maybe I'm confusing how those two work. Maybe I thought that's what the Dreadnoughts did as well. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. But I still feel the point of what I'm saying is the fact that the humans, the Terrans from Earth, are using tech that is very similar to the Terrans here feels to me out of place. honestly. They should be showing up with more sleeker looking technology. Maybe, just for the sake of balance, maybe not more advanced overall, but more advanced in appearance, in presentation, because they're not a bunch of criminals that have been redeployed to participate in the military. They're trained, they're engineered better, their ships should have been built better. That's all I'm really trying to get at. If you're at severe fault, you're stripped of your flesh and your brain is put in a mech, resulting in a dreadnought. Dreadnoughts are sensory deprived for life, and they live long. Okay, all right. So not necessarily death, but more like loss of, I'm gonna say human body. It's loss of biological body. Okay. Moving on. Let's just start this. Destroy all power generators to pierce the UED blockade. Artanis must survive. UED blockade perimeter. Braxa system. Now, if they wanted to prevent, make the game seem like they made an entirely new faction, and you would have like 2 human factions, but still have one of each of the human factions, or each of the alien factions, you could have made, a couple of different... It would have been harder to make another faction of Zerg, for sure, because the Zerg are the way they are because that's how the entire species of Zerg came into existence. They're all the same Zerglings. They're all the same Hydralisks. They're all the same Ultralisks. They're just, tuned and changed in different ways depending on how the Overmind saw their usefulness through their Cerberus. So their Cerebrates. The Protoss, the Dark Templar could have been an entirely new faction as well. All of their gear, all of their stuff, very much how we see them in this remake version. See, this is a shuttle here. This is a Protoss shuttle. This looks nothing like the Protoss shuttle that we see in original StarCraft 1. This is specifically the Nerazim style, which is basically a term for the Dark Templars, like, ship that they were exiled on from Ire. So they could have turned the Dark Templar and had their technology, their appearance be altered a little bit to seem like they went down a different path of development, and they could have been another faction as well. So you could have had Terrans, Zerg, Protoss, UED Terrans, and Dark Templar Protoss. So you would have 5 factions. You probably could have done the same thing with the Zerg, in some way that I wouldn't be able to come up with because me and the Zerg don't get along well. But I don't know. I just feel like there's a possibility for an improvement, and maybe they couldn't/didn't do that because it is 1998. Maybe they couldn't stuff that much information into StarCraft at the time. Maybe that was adding an entirely new campaign and the few new units they add to StarCraft. Maybe that was all they could do. Maybe making an entirely new race or entirely new factions would have been, harder to accomplish a balance, because this game is heavily, reliant on a balance between three separate species that all act and work differently, but yet still have not really much of a balance difference between each other. There's not really a balance of power that makes one better than the other for any particular reason. They all kind of balance each other out, even though they all act and perform and build units and deploy units and structures in 3 drastically different manners.
Consider it done.
All right, that's not a good thing to start with.
I concur.
Alright, what if we slip these guys in here real fast? Can they get in and out? Nope, not entirely. We got one zealot, but we got two dragoons.
State your will. Transmit. Mitoga. Commencing. Initiating. Confirmed. Edoc. Noctai. Commencing.
I would like to have seen the Terrans, the UED Terrans have, like, maybe all their weapons be laser energy based, as opposed to just the ships. The Wraiths and the battle cruisers are the only weapons in the Terran arsenal that are not projectile weapons. They're actually beam weapons. They're lasers.
Commencing. Input command.
Alright, let's grab you.
Receiving. Confirmed.
We stand as one.
State your will. I concur. Transmit. Yes, Executor. Executor, with the power generator destroyed, the missile turrets on this platform are no longer operational. However, we will need reinforcements to finish the job.
Reinforcements are en route now, young Templar.
Oh, really? Yes, they are. And they brought new shuttles, too.
What would you ask of us? I am needed.
RQS3, let's go take a look around. See what all is offline.
Jakul Enoch. I am the blade of Shakuras. I am but a phantom.
Hey!
I am intrigued.
Garner Twitter claimed humans aren't very efficient movers until you put us on a bicule. When we become some of the most energy efficient land travelers in the animal kingdom, he provides a graph from a study that lists graphs believe that a bike only surpassed by 2 species in studied lift. Oh, bikes. Probably bicycles, what you meant. Okay, got it. Got it. What I also got was a 2-person raid coming in from the Misused Power. Hello, Misused. Good to see you. Thank you, John, for calling out. I appreciate it. Big Fatty Plus. Thank you for the fat-ass follow. I greatly appreciate that. Welcome, everybody, over here. I am Commander Krim, and this is the Starship Dragon. I greatly appreciate it, Misused. How are you doing? How was Gauntlet? I stopped in for a couple of minutes. to see what Gauntlet was all about, because I played Gauntlet Dark Legacy and Seven Sorrows a long time ago on the PS2, and I love the hell out of Dark Legacy. It is absolutely incredible. I love it. I love it. The Kerrigan dating simulator. I mean, pre-infestation, yeah. I'm not into her afterwards, though. Can't say that. Can't say that. But what I will say is that we do a few different things around here. And I can tell you all about what we do here, for those of you who are new coming over from the raid. But I have somebody better to tell you all about that.
Hi everyone, I'm Comet, the flame-furred ball of fury and first officer of the Starship Dragon. I'm here to welcome you aboard and take you on a tour of our ship. The shipmaster is, of course, Commander Krim, variety streamer, amateur voice actor, and indie game developer. We have a wide variety of content on the channel, such as wholesome, family-friendly commentary.
Sorry, take all my balls. Take all my balls!
And we don't have a frying pan or any condiments.
I have plenty of condoms. Sometimes I enjoy shoving a pineapple up my ass.
Pro-level gaming skills.
Fuck me.
Unmatched bravery in extreme danger.
Behind you is... Monster! Ah! Oh, motherfuckers!
Calm, smooth musical moments.
Times like these, I wish I had me an Alienware computer, so it would load this shit much faster, much faster. You know I'm gonna bend your ass over and fuck it, and I'm gonna feel good when I do it. Oh yeah, I'm about to finish and blow my load. Hey, Michaelonia!
Video game lessons from the professor.
Welcome to Video Gaming 101. I'm Professor Willie Longwoodcock.
Words from our sponsors.
I'm Nina Littlewood, presenting Bitch Be Gone.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Richard Dickerson, but you can call me Dick. That's right, I'm Dick Dickerson, presenting Big Dick's Penis Pillow.
There's even times when I get involved in the action.
Go away, you little blue fucker! Fucking hell!
They blew my pussy apart. If this sounds like something you want to see more of, then hit that follow button and make sure that bell icon is on so you can get notifications when the Starship Dragon begins broadcasting. You can also check us out on YouTube with the exclamation YouTube command in chat. I'm Comet, the flame-furred ball of fury, and once again, welcome aboard.
Welcome to Video Gaming 101. I'm Professor Willie Longwoodcock. Lesson number 2. When your health reaches 0, you then die, meaning your game is over. To continue playing, you must not die, therefore do not allow your health to reach 0.
Thank you once again, Misused, for the very generous raid. I appreciate that. We're going to do a co-op game of something Mech Warrior. Actually, I don't know if I even have the Mech Warrior 4 anymore. I've got Battletech. I think that's all I really have anymore. But wouldn't be against it. Wouldn't be against it. But thank you so much, Misuse, once again for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. We are playing StarCraft Mass Recall, which is a StarCraft 1 and Brood War remake, if you will, in StarCraft 2. And we are in the 5th, I think, Protoss mission. So let's continue on.
The darkness rides. Cartoon. I am intrigued.
These are all offline. These are all offline.
By the void.
More I can make these Dark Templar do, the better.
Comply.
is very invisible. Which is really cool.
I am but a phantom. I am the blade of Shakuras.
You can't go any farther that way. So is that going to be our next spot? Where do we have to go? Whoop. Okay. What? What? I should have been out of their detection range. Okay, whatever. Okay, so... That said... We're gonna need to pick these guys back up with the shuttles. Detection is further than fire range? Apparently so. I figured I was out of the detection range of all of them, because I was over the bunkers, unless there's like turrets out here outside of view. But I was up here by the bunkers. I should have been out of the detection range of the turrets, in my opinion. Obviously not. Although, where's my other observer? I know I got more than one here. Alright, they don't see him. So it must be good there. So let's go ahead and
You seek
put him
our
over there.
Receiving. I am meeting, awaiting instructions. Fear is an illusion.
Alright, drop you off right there, and then come back and pick up the other guy.
Direct my wrath. For ire.
Visitor sight range, scan range is like 12, the weapon range is 8. Well, obviously, whatever it was farther than I thought.
Yes, Executor. Shall come.
Alright, you guys are group
I
1.
bask in the twilight.
Save. Before I gotta do anything stupid.
By the
Farther than I
void.
thought. Not to me. Didn't say that to me. As far as I gone in without the dragoons.
You seek our service. I am intrigued. I am but a phantom.
Ow! Very big ow!
However,
Ow!
I will
Ow!
comply.
Okay. Very big ouchie.
Nasperu. State your will.
I feel like I had more scouts than that.
I concur.
Can we get in position to hit this tank without getting the attention of the turret? Ooh, we can.
Consider it done. For ire.
Alright, we can probably rush the bunkers.
Jakul Inak. I am the blade of Shakuras. Katoon.
Oh, no, can't rush them now with that many. I did not expect rates to be up there. Okay. Whoops.
Transmit. E-talk. Yes, Executor. Consider it done. Indeed. For ire. I am ready. Direct my wrath. Indeed.
Okay. That worked.
Make use of me.
Could have been worse.
Commencing. Yes, state your will. Consider it done.
Reinforcements are en route now, young Templar.
Nice. All aboard the chute. I don't know what I'm going to say. All right. Where do we need to go next? Let's just get you guys up here. Let's get our other shuttles up here as well and pick these guys up. Let's take our observer and go observing. See the Battlefield 6 that massively just COD? No, can't say I did. Uh-oh.
I am ready. Indeed.
I can believe it, though. I can believe it.
Transmit.
Although, maybe... I don't remember what... Was it a commercial or was it a meme? But there was something that I saw where somebody had posted that they were trying to log on to Battlefield using Cronus, which is an aimbot, basically. And Battlefield detected it and didn't let them log on. And in the picture, which I don't know if the picture was real or not, or if it was photoshopped, but it says something like, "We don't need that kind of aimbot here. Go back to COD." That was I thought was funny. If that was real, that was a hell of a shot at COD from the Battlefield guys. They probably. The reason I would assume that isn't real is that could be misconstrued as possibly infringement, because they mentioned COD without, I mean, they said COD, which, you know, that's vague enough that they didn't say Call of Duty. They said COD, which, you know, that can be passed off as go back to playing your fish game. You know, they could pass it off as, even though just because Call of Duty is known as COD, that doesn't mean it's, you know, COD is COD, you know. It doesn't mean it. I'm sure the events are probably real. Yeah. All right, let's see if I can pull that up. Give me a second here.
The world is a vampire sent to drain.
Showtime.
Secret destroyer. Hold you out to the flames. Sound check. Why do I get
Okay, boys, we're here to do one thing. One thing.
Who was that?
Doesn't matter. Let's move. Scope the area.
Flag, 2 clicks out.
And a tank.
Let's take it out. Roger that. Let's go! Light it up!
On it!
I get the gist of it, though.
Sniper! Take him out!
Okay, I get the gist of it. They're like, casually strolling up in regular looking normal dude gear, then suddenly they explode. Well, it looks like I'm back up now. I lost over 3,000 frames there. My speeds were literally at 0 for like 20 seconds. I can't always be sure that it was actually on Twitch's end or my end, because it happens to me. It's been happening to me for a while, but because it was on my end, so now I kind of wonder, was it me or not? For anybody that's lurking or just like not able to hear me because for anybody that goes to Yotai, Japanese people hate it because of having a female lead as a samurai, which is not a thing in IRL. Yeah. There was people bitched about Ghost of Tsushima because apparently all the females in that game, which, I mean, I've played Tsushima, but I didn't see that many female characters. But apparently all the female characters weren't attractive, and they were painting Asian women as non-attractive, and that was considered, that was wrong. They found that wrong. I was like, what? Again, it's just one of those things. It's just like people. It's like I was talking about yesterday. People look for reasons to bitch about anything. People look for reasons to bitch and complain about any fucking thing. Some people have just such a pathetic life that they have to go shit on anything and everything. Oh shit. Anything and everything just because. Not because they actually hate it or because they actually have a problem with it. They just want a bitch.
Nasperu Unadar.
Oh, I get what you're talking about there. They want historical accuracy, which I understand. But then again, neither Yotei nor Tsushima is an actual event. And none of it is. It's completely nonfiction. It's just like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is based on religion, on multiple different types of religions, but none of it is factual. None of it is meant to be it's loosely referencing religion. It's not meant to be telling a story or trying to follow any religious lore. It's meant to be entertainment, a fictional world about real life religions, political interests. I mean, also when it comes to Asian countries, they're extremely paranoid about those kind of things. You know, we've seen how China bans a certain game, Korea, North Korea, South Korea bans this particular game because it mentions this person that might sort of somewhat represent their leader or something, or that they're extremely paranoid in that manner. They can't just take a game for being entertainment. They got to feel it's a political stance or a political shot at somebody.
I am the blade of Shakuras.
You can't hit those. You could hit the Goliath, but you can hit the turrets. Science vessel.
Engaging foe. Commencing. Get our sights. Mitoga.
And it kind of again goes back to what we were talking about yesterday, and how it seems like video games are always the one to get the shaft, the eye, the negativity, the bad reputation, the first one to be targeted when something awry, something potentially controversial comes up, when other forms of entertainment media don't seem to have those same issues, or at least not to the same extent. I mean, I'm sure there's a number of movies and TV shows that are banned in insert country here for insert reason here, but it seems like video games are always the first ones to get the harshest bans, the harshest limitations. Yeah, but see, I get what you're saying too, Miss Hughes, and I do understand that Japan's view that they want it to be historically accurate, but again, it's all meant to be fiction. It's not meant to be a teaching tool. It's not meant to be a political commentary on those events. It's a video game meant to entertain. That's it. Nothing more. Most times they're probably not. Like, I highly doubt Silent Hill F is any kind of political commentary. Granted, I haven't seen the entire game, but I highly doubt that Silent Hill F has any political commentary, even if subtle, about anything in the Japanese culture.
Consider it done.
Again, I'm going to point out that I could be talking about my ass here because I have not played Silent Hill F. I've only seen a little bit of it played, but from what I've seen, it doesn't look like there's any potential political commentary in Silent Hill F.
Indeed. For ire. Consider it done.
Screw those. Okay, so we got clear the turrets.
I concur.
No, I probably wouldn't. Here, let me give you another example. I can say with 95% certainty, I haven't met the guy, I haven't interviewed the guy, I haven't talked to him, or anybody on the team, but I can say with like 98.9% certainty that none of the crew, none of the staff of Sandfall Interactive was making political commentary in any form for the majority of Expedition 33 about France or French or the French. short of maybe poking fun at their unique visual of their unique fashion of like the red and white striped shirts of the olden days. They don't still wear that stuff, do they? That's not normal attire in modern day France, is it, Darth? Again, I could be absolutely talking out of my ass. And if I am, I apologize. But I highly doubt it. Maybe I'm speaking from my own personal perspective as somebody who is trying to wedge their way into being an indie developer by making my own RPG. I'm not making my RPG with any religious or political commentary or intent behind it. I'm making it because I want to tell a story. I want to tell a story that's hopefully entertaining, amusing. But that's it. I'm not trying to make any political commentary or religious commentary in any form, negative, positive, neutral, light side, dark side, dildo in the ass, any of the above. And you're not French, you get a pass. I mean, hi, Lady Warbucks. Welcome to another episode of Krim Rants Unnecessarily. Problem is, too many game devs take too many liberties with things and make claims. Then when they claim Ghost of Your Time was very accurate with its historical design, which apparently is what set Japan off. They get making a claim like that, and why they would get pissed. It's a poor choice of words. I mean, I am but a phantom. I get that if they misspoke or something, or they are just backtracking because the political blowback was worse than they intended. You know, that unfortunately happens, but I don't know. If it wasn't intentional, why does it fucking matter? I bask in the twilight. Can't you just enjoy a goddamn video game because it's a goddamn video game? Yeah, I've botched this all to hell because there's siege tanks and Goliaths off the ass up there. Okay. Now that I can actually focus on what the hell I'm doing. Video games having political elements and a video game being political propaganda. The former every video game entertainment, or the one way or another, the latter not so much. Like, I know there's political parody of, I believe it's British or UK politics when it comes to the orcs of 40K. I mean, it's been known for a long time. I completely botched that up. Where is my observer? I lost my observer because I'm an idiot. There it is. Okay, we gotta take out a tank that I think is up here. There's a tank right there. Okay. So that means the tank probably doesn't have the range to hit us, so we can mosey you guys in here safely. Yeah. Unless they bring a science vessel over, which would be... I am but a phantom. Clever. Alright, let's take that as save. People just need to watch how they word things. Most people these days are angry about everything. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So like I said a minute ago, again, just, everybody has to be offended or upset about anything, about something. They have such a pathetic, boring life, or they're so unhappy with their life that they have to bitch and complain about anything. I will comply. Maximilian Dude made a reference about this regarding likes and dislikes on YouTube or Facebook. You could have a child that became cancer-free and came home happily to his family, and it's a vlog about how his journey went from being a cancer-ridden child to being completely cancer-free and able to live a normal life, and there's still going to be 10 dislikes on it. Even though there's no reason for there to be a dislike on it whatsoever. What's their dislike about it?
Fear is an illusion.
Yeah, lowbrow Trump shocker fans. I know it's related to the UK political scene in some way or another.
Cartoon.
Right, there's shit there.
I will
Wonder we can kite something out. Kite some things out here.
but a phantom. Direct my wrath.
What I need are Corsairs, actually. Neutralize some of these structures.
What would you ask of us? Yes, Executor. I concur. I bask in the twilight. I am the blade. I am ready. State your will. Nasperu Unatar. Clever. I am in.
Reinforcements are en route now, young Templar.
Cool. Let's save that. We got past that one. Personally, yes, I'm engaging in personal anecdote right now. I want to have friends who disagree with me, aside from the really outrageous, such as prejudice is okay, actually, I kicked that person. I want a circle of friends on an echo chamber. You see, there's a difference between conversation and arguments. And I understand that. You want somebody who wants to have a conversation with you, even if it's a differing point of view. You know, it's all a matter of like how each person takes in that information. Oh, why are they giving me not enough shovels for all this? They didn't. There's one right there. My problem with what you're with the kind of idea that you have, Darth, is that depending on what your differing opinions are, whatever subject you're referring to, if it's nothing unimportant, then it doesn't matter. Like, you know, I'm going to take the stance, and you'll never be able to change my mind that Red 13 from Final Fantasy VII is a dog. You will never convince me that he's a cat, ever. Ever. You will not be able to do that. You know, that's an argument that isn't a serious one. You know, that's fine. You want to argue with me all day about it? You know, that's fine. It's just, okay, funny, whatever. But arguments or conversation or discussion with people of differing perspectives, like atheists and religious people, you know, or obviously anything political. You know, I use atheists as a specific example, but anything religious related, anything political related. If you're anti-gun, if you're pro-gun, or if you're pro-gun control, anti-gun control, if you're pro-life, you're pro-choice. You know, there's never any. If you're staunch one side or the other, there's no compromise. There's no. One side is never going to listen to the other and go, okay, that makes sense. I'm a little more toward your side now. That never happens. And those are arguments I do not get into. I don't get into those type of discussions for that reason. Having an argument or even a discussion with somebody, even a mild argument with somebody, discussion is really the best way to put it. On a topic that they will never even partially agree with you on is a waste of my time. I will not bother with it.
Fear is an illusion.
Arguments vary levels of stupidity. Yeah, exactly. It's like Darth said. Discussion is made of arguments. I mean, again, you have arguments which could be aggressive in nature, or you can have a discussion where two sides are discussing the opposite side of a concept. And discussion can be what's the word I'm looking for? Meaningful. Discussion is peaceful, amenable. That's word, not meaningful, and amenable. Words are hard. I think you're referring to a different meaning of the word argument. It's a synonym of dispute rather than synonym to constructed logic. I have religious people among my friends, but moderate ones, because I notice extremism and fundamentalism be harmful. Something even my religious friends agree with. Yeah. Gun control equals gun range on how properly handle a firearm. That's true gun control. I mean, agreed. And it's also just, you know, it annoys me when political activists or whomever start screaming for gun control whenever there's something that is obviously very tragic that happens, like a school shooting or a mall shooting or something, and they start screaming gun control, and the people on the other side start going, you can try to take my guns, but you're not going to be able to do it because anybody tries to take my guns is going to get shot. I'm like, first of all, you're proving the point of the people who want the gun control. You're proving their point by making that comment. Second of all, let's just say suddenly out of the blue, this is only going to affect the United States. Let's just say suddenly out of the blue that they make guns completely illegal except in the hands of police or military. Like all guns all across the country, all across the United States are banned. You must turn your gun in and never own a gun ever again, regardless of if you have a certification, etc., unless you are in a military or police organization, law enforcement organization. The law-abiding people, while they may take umbrage with it, the law-abiding people will comply and give up their guns. The ones that don't give up the guns are the criminals who already don't give a fuck. And that's the problem. The criminals that don't give a fuck are going to be the ones that are going to keep the guns, and they're the ones that are going to be dangerous. So if you don't have a gun, when a criminal breaks into your house, you're going to get your ass shot. As the homeowner, not the person that's going to be breaking into your house. That's the problem with gun control, is even if there was a completely impossible, but a sweeping law put in place to take away guns, it won't happen, or it would happen. Even if it happened, the law-abiding citizens that turned in their guns would be the only ones that did. You're not going to have a criminal go, oh man, I've got this Glock I used to break into people's houses and steal their shit, but now the law says I can't have this gun. Okay, I'll go turn it in. There's not a single criminal that would do that. That's part of the problem. The law-abiding people will obey the law. They're not the ones that are the problem. Now, they also talk about gun control. I'm getting political after all. They talk about gun control, and they talk about how they need to have stricter standards and all these other things. And I can agree with that. They need to be very strict about how you get a gun, how long it takes to get a gun, get it licensed for a weapon, and all those other things. I completely agree with that, actually. I really do. Just like a car. You don't just give it a car and go drive. You got to learn how to drive the car. You have to pass exams. You have to pass tests. You have to take a driving test with a police officer or a deputy or somebody like that. You have to go through lessons to get a license to drive. Same thing with guns in many cases. And I understand that. I'm okay with that. But again, it's the law. There's not a vast majority of the time, the people that are the ones with the licenses who legally own and got a gun are not the ones that commit the mass shootings. If it has ever happened, it was extremely rare. I can't point to a case to give an example, but any mass shooting, I guarantee 99% of the time was done by somebody who did not give a fuck about the law and trying to get a license. Because the law-abiding people don't take their guns to a mall to go shoot it up. They don't take their guns to a school to go shoot it up because they're law-abiding. It's the criminals that do it because that's why they're called criminals. And that is part of why gun control on a sweeping level is partially impossible. Repeat, I'm anti-gun, but I'm anti-idiot. Oh, God, yes. You preach it, lady. Preach it. Preach it, sister. Jesus. There was a post I saw. I can't remember where I saw it. It was on a either Facebook post or YouTube video that commented about that said something like, I think the person might have been from like a foreigner, like from another country, because they talked about the U.S. as if they didn't live there. They said if the U.S. had gun control, gun crime would decline by 75%. That is ignorance on a level that I cannot comprehend. Because if there was no guns in the U.S. owned by legal people, gun crime would not decrease by 75%. You know why? Because the people that own guns are not the ones breaking the law! Own guns legally, I mean. Okay, rant over. I'm going to play a video game now. I'm going to go shoot people with fake guns and fake lasers and fake weapons. Eat shit and call it chocolate. Belgium and Switzerland have mandatory guns with mandatory ammo, but also mandatory yearly training. It's because being small, they need their population to be ready as militia in case of invasion. Because they're in culture, they're disciplined, nothing happens. France are worse disciplined in the U.S., but guns are outlawed, period. Here, good thing, too. Barehanded violence causes enough damage here. See, also the thing is, it's too late for the U.S. It's too late. For one thing, like you said, the country of the United States is fucking huge. But it's too late. Guns are already way too prominent and way too common in the U.S. So a ban or a removal of guns would be impossible to happen because it's just too much to try to do. You know, it's similar to the mass deportation that the U.S. wanted to do like 15, 20 years ago. They wanted to round up every illegal immigrant and just ship them back to it was mostly Mexico. They wanted to ship them all back to Mexico. Well, that's not possible because there's too many of them here. Because the country is too big and there's too many here. Same for the guns. There's too many of them here to just take a sweeping, cleansing purge of guns from the nation. It's not feasible. It's not possible. Because there's always going to be, especially if you make them illegal, there's now going to be a black market for guns that are going to be passed around by people who, even if they legally owned guns before, they're going to disagree with these new gun laws, and they're going to illegally obtain guns so they can protect their homes from those criminals who also own guns illegally. That's why it doesn't work. Because we've had guns in this country for too long, there's no way to make a sweeping change like that. For countries like France and other countries around the world where guns are completely not allowed, they never had a problem with it to begin with, because it didn't spread. They didn't have guns a long time ago and then kept them around for the centuries that they pass. That didn't work that way. So you're able to say, okay, no guns now, and then 300 years later, whatever, I'm just making up a number, guns still don't exist, so guns aren't a thing. Since we've had the Bill of Rights and the United States was made, and the United States was founded the way that it was, umpteen million years ago, and they said, okay, one of our Bill of Rights is going to be the right to bear arms. I need to say no more. Our Constitution is there. It's there. You can't. It's been too long. It's not too late for the U.S., but they could do something like what Australia did. Screening in Australia, you have a profile that shows your security risk. Worst weapon you can get is a kitchen knife. They have had a shooting or terrorist attack of big casualties in decades. I still don't think that would do it. I don't think that would do it because, like, again, profile of what? The profile of the law-abiding citizens? Because you can't have a profile of literally every human in the country. It's not possible. There's too many vagrants. There's too many homeless. There's too many transients. There's too many people who are not in a position or capable to be screened in that way so they can be put in a profile. And most of these people that are this way probably are criminals in some way or are mentally unstable and mentally unstable and need help, but nobody wants to help them, and they've closed all the crazy places, all the insane asylums. You know, I'm exaggerating the point. So they couldn't screen them. Screening wouldn't work. There would be no way to profile them. How about when you combine no discipline with no protection? I mean, that's part of it too. Yeah, I mean, gun laws have always been in place, but it has unfortunately always been retroactive as far as what to prevent. It's always happened after the fact. You know, we have a huge shooting somewhere at a school or a theater or a mall or something, and then new laws are put into place, and then another shooting happens somewhere else, and more new laws are put into place. It always happens after the fact. So you're completely right on the no discipline part of it, more or less. Second Amendment protects the population against invaders as well as corrupt government, foreign and domestic. For the help needed, that's what screening would detect. For the criminal elements, that's more tricky. Yeah, I mean, the screening would work if everybody could be screened, and they can't. It's not possible. There are too many ways for people to not ever get screened. Now, again, civilization, sure. Civilized cities and like bustling metropolises, sure. Most of them probably could. But like, in you know, she was kind of jesting. In a way, we're talking about like, you know, the rednecks that live out in the middle of nowhere off the grid. How are you going to screen them? You're going to have an FBI agent or a bunch of FBI agents or CIA or whomever, or if they make their own separate organization, go out to bumfuck middle of Texas, in the middle of the rice fields, middle of the cotton fields or whatever, and do a screening on these random rednecks that are just out in the middle of nowhere. No, they're not going to do that. Even if they ended up being, you know, crazy nutcase rednecks that could potentially go and shoot up a mall, for instance, they're not going to go do that. It's just too far away. Yeah, I know. She jokes. A lot of times, jokes have a basis in fact. That's part of what makes them funnier. You can't screen undocumented people either. Exactly. You wouldn't be able to screen people that have no documents. And I'm not talking about illegal immigrants. I grew up with a girl who was born. I say grew up. I knew her for about 4 years. She was born in America by an American woman, or from an American woman. She grew up in America, but she never had a Social Security card. She never had, at least not as far as I knew, and at least not until she probably grew up, never had a Social Security card. She never had a legal birth certificate. She never had legal documentation that she ever existed, for as longest time that I knew. I don't know that much. I don't know that much about that part. I just know that she didn't have, because part of the conversation that we had during around that time was how she wouldn't be. This was like late teens kind of area, so it wasn't like, so it was like she couldn't like getting into the area, into the time frame where she would start getting a job, right? Well, she was also homeschooled, I think. Pretty sure she was homeschooled. I don't know about the home birth, but she was homeschooled, and so she didn't have to worry about getting documentation to go to a public school. And so when she wanted to go get a job, it was difficult because she had no proof that she existed. Like I said, no birth certificate, no state ID, no social security number. As far as paperwork goes, the girl didn't exist, even though I physically, saw her. She existed. So yeah, and that's an example of one person living in relatively city environment that was undocumented. How would you be able to screen that? Like screen it involuntarily. She would have to actually go to a government operated facility and perform this hypothetical screening operation. It's while I'm not saying, Darth, that your idea is bad at all. I'm certainly not saying that. I'm saying that it's extremely difficult, likely unfeasible in the U.S. And the biggest thing that would keep it from happening, too expensive. The government does not like spending money on us, especially on people that aren't paying taxes. And if you don't have a social security number, guess what you ain't paying? Fucking taxes. You need to reopen asylums and bring back the electric chair. Well, no. Maybe people will stop committing murder if there are consequences. No. That unfortunately will never come to pass. Even if they brought back the most barbaric types of capital punishment in the U.S., which some states still do death penalties. It's not a detractor. It's not a preventer. It doesn't keep people from committing murder. It doesn't. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't prevent it. It would change the amount of crime over time, and the death row procedure is cheaper, just keeping criminals in prison indefinitely. It is true that it does, but also there's too many human rights movements and activists that say that prisoners that have committed those types of crimes don't deserve death, which I completely disagree. If I feel this is kind of getting off on a different topic, I think you just said it down there, misused. But what my personal thoughts on this: if you take someone else's life on purpose, not an accident, not even negligence, like if you accidentally kill someone because you drunkenly kill them while driving a car, should you get extremely punished? Oh fuck yeah, you should. Do you deserve death? Honestly, no, I don't believe so. I believe you should get your ass kicked 1,000 times, at the very least. But do you deserve death? No, I don't. However, if you deliberately commit murder, you deliberately went out and killed another human being, you deserve nothing less than death. You take away someone else's ability to live on purpose, yet it was your intent to take your gun, your knife, whatever you did, and shoot, stab, whatever, that other human, and your intent was to end their life, and they can prove that that was your intent, you deserve death too. Why should you get to live, even if you live in a shitty condition, in a for the rest of your life, in a jail, a prison, whatever. Even if you live in a shitty life in a prison cell, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that much. You deserve your life to be ended. Yeah, Lady Warbucks said what I said much more succinctly, which you guys are very, very, very good at. You forfeit your own right to live when you kill another person. On purpose. I want to throw that caveat in there, or that addition in there, on purpose. I don't agree if you even negligently commit manslaughter or kill somebody. Do I believe you deserve to get off? Oh, fuck no. Like I said, you deserve as much punishment as you possibly get. I would even be okay with life in prison for that. But intentionally kill someone, you lose your right to have your life. That's why, this happened some time back. I don't know if they ever went through it. Like, this is, a bajillion years ago. There was some discussion about if, I don't like using the R word, sexual assaulters. For some reason, that word makes me less ooky. I don't know why, or that phrase. But those who commit sexual assault should, especially if they do it to children, which, if they do that, they should also get the death penalty. While my disdain for humanity agrees with that, I fully believe that they deserve to be absolutely killed and wiped off this planet and and never ever reproduce before they're killed. Don't let them save their sperm for whatever reason. I know sometimes that, anyway, that's off topic. But while I feel they deserve death, that will likely never come to pass either, because in just straight up, you can just say the acronym SA, I guess. I mean, I'm okay with saying sexual assault. It's just using the R word that makes me really, really creeped out. Just using that word. Anyway, because assuming that you just sexually assaulted that person, you didn't kill them, they still are alive. They're going to continue their life. It may be a horribly PTSD'd life, and mentally probably screwed up for a long period, if not the rest of their life. An extremely unfortunate case. They will never make the death penalty a punishment for sexual assault, because they did not die to that action, usually. And I think that's why that's why it will never happen. Do I think they deserve it? Oh, fuck yeah, they do. They deserve the worst possible painful death they can get. Don't give me this bullshit about giving them a peaceful, painless death. No. I mean, this is a little bit fictional. Not really fictional. There was actually some fact to the movie, but give them the Green Mile treatment. The dude that they electrocuted and didn't give him the wet sponge. Give him that treatment. All of it. Let them suffer all the way to death. They deserve it, because I guarantee whoever they sexually assaulted, that pain, that anguish, will be minor compared to what their victim went through. You should have a bail to begin with. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing that I'm seeing in. I have I might as well just go into just chatting mode. That's another thing I'm seeing. I have a subscription, or I subscribe to a YouTube channel called Police Activity that will usually have like dash cams or body cams of police activity, and the description of most of the videos will tell you about the person that they arrested, the suspect or whatever. And many times, some of these suspects have already been in jail multiple times, have been released on bond, and while they were out on bond, they committed the crime that got them arrested in the video. Why is this a thing? I understand what bail is supposed to do, but why is that a thing? Why do district attorneys or judges release people that, even if they're just suspected, they're still suspects, they're not convicts yet, suspected of committing such a heinous crime, to walk free by paying money? I have never understood that. Never, ever understood that. Even the insane amounts of people who commit a murder or commit something absolutely inane, insane, heinous crime, and they get, like, going on for an hour. They get like some, $1 or like $10 million bond. Why even bother giving them? If the crime is so bad that you as the judge or DA are invoking a bond of millions of dollars, why not just keep them in jail? Just say, fuck it, you're in jail for until your trial. Oh no, you must stay in jail for 6 months because your trial isn't going to be for 6 months. Tufki Shitsky. You shouldn't have broken the law in the first place, asshole. To quote Liar Liar. Hi, comment. But they go to prison thinking what they deserve, hopefully, from the other inmates. I mean, that is a rumor, or I don't want to say myth because it makes it sound like it's not true. That is something I've heard. I hope it's true because in real life I hope it's true. I honestly do. I hope they get the worst possible treatment they get from the other inmates because there's like a code of conduct, if you will. Ironically, in a prison where criminals who have broken the law, they have a code of conduct. Go figure. I hope they get a very unpleasant time in there, but they're still alive. I'd prefer they died. Sadistic of me? Sure. I'll take that label. If you think it's a PTSD life is nothing. Oh, again, I agree. It's like saying PTSD and me just making these comments with absolutely no frame of reference as far as personal experience. Thankfully, I will say, knock on wood, air quotes. I get that my perspective is very skewed because I haven't experienced it myself, so I have no idea how bad it actually is. But I guarantee that whatever the victim is going through, being put in an electric chair, again, to use the Green Mile example, be put in an electric chair and shocked until you are legally dead is a pain that is a fraction of what your victim or victims went through. But you, as the offender, deserve every volt that goes through your system. Bail isn't always given. Sometimes judge refuses because they consider the suspect too much of a risk. Oh, I'm aware. I know it doesn't happen every time. But unfortunately, a lot of these videos that I've seen on this website, or a lot of these videos I've seen on this YouTube channel, the suspects that they arrest in the video already have either warrants or usually a lot of them have already been in jail and are out on bond for a previously committed crime. Some multiple times. It is as insane as that 25 example was that Misused gave. There was one that I saw that was like he had been in and out of jail, according to one of the comments. Could the comments have been wrong? Sure. But let's assume they were right for the moment. This person they arrested in the video had been in and out of jail, released on bond, and parole double-digit worth of times, something like 11 or 12 times. It's like, almost like everybody deserves the 3 strikes. Everybody just needs a 3-strike law. If you break the same law 3 times, you're out. You're in jail the rest of your life. And I'm talking felonies. Obviously, I'm not talking about misdemeanors. If you speed 3 times, oh my God, you're going to go to jail the rest of your life. No, that's not what I'm saying before anybody starts flipping a shit. That treatment in jail is true. Some inmates going as far as murdering the abuser inside. There's also a tattoo code depending on the crimes done. The tattoo for CSA offender is widely known. It's a tear next to the eye. I thought that was murder, or when you killed somebody. I thought the tear next to the eye was if you killed somebody. That's what I remember being taught. I'm staunchly against death penalty for moral reason over justice. A finite crime should receive an infinite punishment. But cultural difference again. I wasn't born yet when France abolished death penalty. That's why I referenced different arguments for life sentence earlier. I mean, understandable. All a matter of perspective and how you grew up and your views on things. That's fine. That's your opinion. Again, also my opinion. My opinion in 2 pennies is worth 1 cent. Nobody on this planet gives a shit about my opinion. But I strongly feel that if you actually, if you deliberately go kill somebody and you end their life and successfully end their life, not saying like, attempted murder where you critically wound them, but they do live, you get a pass. You still deserve a shit ton of time in jail. You get a pass. But if they die from those wounds that you caused them, you deserve death as well. I don't see the problem. Simplistic point of view? I'm a simple man. I like to watch prison shows about life behind bars. I don't know why. I think it's because, I mean, I'm sort of intrigued, but I'm also not intrigued at the same time. It's kind of a weird back and forth I have about those kind of things. It's sort of like, no matter what, you're always cheering for the bad guy and hoping that the bad guy you're cheering for isn't as bad as the worst bad guy, Like, you'll cheer for the murderer who's going to beat the ass of the sexual assaulter, right? It's a weird, I guess, dichotomy in my head. But, I get it, though. I get what you're saying, lady. And I can understand how the intrigue behind that. Also because, with luck, assuming neither of us go, crazy, or none of us go crazy, we'll never experience that. We'll never be one of those people behind those bars. Although, has been a couple times in my life where I might have been. Only a couple of times have I actually been so bad, infuriated that it would not have been beyond my moral compass to have ended their lives. I know that's probably extremely scary and creepy to people, but it's unfortunately true. I prefer watching cases and arrests, both when police did right and when they did wrong. Oh, yeah. This police activity, one thing about this police activity channel I keep talking about, hashtag not sponsored, is they do body cams and dash cams and security cams and surveillance cams of everything. Like, if there was like something where a cop did something horribly wrong, like there was this one time this cop pulled somebody over, and the person in the car, they had I think they had a suspicion of marijuana or something, and they told the driver to get out of the car, and they said, "Hey, do you have any guns on you?" And he lied and said no, he didn't. Well, when they patted him down, a female police officer who was patting him down, or I don't remember who was patting him down, but there was a female police officer there who reached into his pocket and grabbed the gun that he had and pulled the trigger on the gun, obviously discharging the firearm, shooting the man in the leg. Obviously, that video was on that same channel, so it wasn't a police channel that was like always supporting and positively showing the police in a bright light. They also show when police do wrong and they get, satisfactorily punished for it. They put in the description how the officer that committed the female officer that reached into the guy's pocket is now on trial or like been charged with crime or whatever, So it's not like they just say, "Oh, this bad thing happened with cop. We're just gonna put it back here and not really notice it. We're just gonna keep showing the good stuff." They show both, so it's a nice balanced channel. Even though most of the stuff is positive, they still show the negative stuff when there is negative. audit, they balance right and wrong from both sides, along with the research on local law, no keys, and sit precedents. I mean, the police activity channel is much more simplistic. It's literally just cameras. There's no commentary or anything like that, short of the description at the bottom of the video, underneath the video on the channel's page, and it's just the cameras themselves and what happens in the cameras, and that's it. Very little time there's any commentary that comes along with it. All right, we're gonna get back to playing a video game here because I have ranted too long on subjects that I don't talk about here on the stream. Play a video game. My throat's dry. This is not tactics. You can't drag the mouse. Okay.
Enoch. Clever.
Did I save? I don't remember if I saved. Let me go ahead and save. This is taking me over an hour because while I was sitting here ranting, the game was still playing, so
Direct my wrath.
my timer is going up and up and up and up and up, even though I haven't actually been playing this game, this level for over an hour. Yuri's here, sir. What's your wish? No, I'm sorry. I understand what Yuri was supposed to be in Command and Conquer. I don't think he's not a good villain. I'm sorry. No offense to people who like the Red Alert series. I think the series itself is fine. Yuri is not a good villain. He is not. He's got some interesting aspects to him. I'll admit that, but as a villain, he's not good. Unfortunately, he's basically in the shadow of a superior villain in Joe Kukin and Kane. So he's got to try to be Red Alert's version of Kane, and he just doesn't do it. He can't do it. He doesn't do it. Now, if Kane didn't exist, or Yuri came first, maybe. But he can't compete with Kane. Frankly, Yuri is a boring villain. Indeed. I know Kane exists in Red Alert. I know. I'm talking about while Kane exists in Red Alert, he's not the villain of the story. At least not in RE, not until like RA2. I know. Believe me, I was shocked as hell when I saw Joe Kukin in some of those cutscenes, and then later he's actually manipulating the events. I'm like, what did they just really connect Red Alert back to the original Tiberian series? I thought it was just maybe like a cameo by Joe Kukin. No, it was not a cameo. It's actually fucking Kane. Yeah, he's canon behind the scenes, exactly.
Cartoon.
But I just mean, as a villain in general, Yuri's not it. Yuri absolutely does not do anything for me. It's good enough for a one-time villain. But they didn't do well to bring him. They did well to not bring him back to. Yeah, that's. I will say that is a positive. I mean, at least they. I don't know if they saw the same thing in Yuri that I did. That he wasn't as good as Kane. He was like a bad Kane 2.0. But I'm glad they didn't bring some weird thing back where he returned in Command and Conquer 3.
By the void.
Red Alert 3, I mean.
What would you ask of us?
I think they might have been able to do better had they not had Kane in there to begin with, but again, that's just me. Not Kane, sorry, Yuri. I didn't want you guys to go down there, but fuck me. You guys are gonna do it. Might as well go kick some ass. Hope there's no siege tanks down here. That'd be very inconvenient. get away from me here.
Cartoon.
There's 4 timelines in CNC. The Tiberium games are all part of the second timeline, just like RA1 and RA2. They existed briefly and merged with Timeline 2 at the end of Yuri's Revenge, and Timeline 4 is RA3. Oh, okay.
I am the blade of Shakuras. Clever. I am intrigued.
I get what you're saying, because of the, especially with the time travel, you know, weirdness that that Red Alert did.
I will come.
Which was amusing, though. That was the what I thought was great about Red Alert is Red Alert was not afraid to take itself too seriously, or it was very self-aware. That's a better way to describe it. Red Alert was very self-aware.
I am but a fan.
State your will.
And they never took themselves too seriously. I mean, hell, even one of the actors, who is an amazing actor, had a hard time saying a line without giggling a little. Fucking Tim Curry, of all people, one of the top actors of like all time. He could not keep from giggling a little during the take where he talks about going to space. Come on!
For ire.
That is the epitome of not taking yourself seriously.
The darkness.
I'm gonna go to the one place where that has not been corrupted by democracy. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Space! Because it was such a ridiculous line.
I bask in the twilight.
I almost want to play Red Alert again. I almost want to play the Command and Conquer series again.
Jakku.
But I think I probably still will at some point, but I feel like it's not a lot of the magic's going to be gone because I've already played them, you know. Of course, it was recently. Maybe if I wait a while, it'll be okay. Yeah, because the time travel stuff with Einstein. Yeah.
Seek our service. Clever.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of spider mines. Okay, well, that's inconvenient. Okay, well, it's not actually a bad thing. Because I can drop you guys here after I save. Einstein RE1 and RE3 was basically the same, causing the same effect of wiping someone in contact with creating a whole new timeline result, whereas Einstein RE2 and 3 used different tech, counter Yuri's. I mean, what about generals?
I am ready.
What
is generals canon in any way to?
I am the blade of Shakuras. I am intrigued. Cartoon.
To the Red Alert or Tiberian series?
By the void. I am but
fucking
clever.
Goddamn lockdown.
State your will. I concur.
Lockdown breaks off these two. You've never heard of generals? Just like you never heard of Command and Conquer 4? I understand. I don't blame you about CNC4, man. I won't. I didn't when I did my marathon, so to speak, of the Red Alert series, or the Command and Conquer series.
Yes, Executor.
I said I was not going to play 4, and there's a reason. Holy fuck, was that game bad?
Direct my wrath. Consider it done. For ire.
Zok Taladas. Noktai. Mitoga. Commencing.
What? Was there another siege tank? Oh, fuck off. The future time and choose the future RA1 and RA2. The Allies became GDI and Kane became Kane by taking over the Reds. I'm sorry. How did my observer get destroyed? Oh. Penis.
I am ready.
Well, I could load the save, but I wonder if I can outpower those Goliaths.
Consider it done.
Get in there, guys. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Artanis. I know he's taking damage. Nope. Let's go this way instead.
I am intrigued by the void.
And there's a siege tank. There's always a siege tank.
I will comply. I am but a phantom.
Broken siege tank.
Clever.
Okay, well this will lead down to another...
Your warriors
Oh yeah, I flew right through there. Alright. I do this right this time. Should be able to mosey over there. Should mosey over there relatively easily. Let's see if there's any siege tanks.
You seek our service.
So far, no sign of the tanks of the siege variety. Which I am okay with.
The darkness rides. I am intrigued by the void.
Oh yeah, we're in good shape now.
I am the blade of
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Alright.
Cartoon. Clever. I am but a phantom. I will comply. I am intrigued. Cartoon.
Oh, damn.
By the void.
set the turrets.
Reinforcements are en route now, young Templar.
That is worth a save. Reavers? Not really my first choice. These, on the other hand, very my first choice. Ooh. I should probably load them in the, yeah. I should load them in the shuttles before I turn them into Archons. Because they become all, they're difficult to load in a, in a shuttle as Archons. They're very poofy, if you know what I mean. Very large. They take up a lot of space as big puffballs of psionic energy. They're very illuminate. Very poofy. I got a lot of puff on them. Alright, now you can go into poof mode.
Enlightenment.
What would you ask? Direct my wrath. I bask in the twilight.
Is complete.
You two, okay. You two are going to be useless because I can't, because the game won't give me the option, I can't put you in auto build mode. And even with them, we don't have the resources to build it. So why did they give me Reavers? That's stupid.
Service.
Alright, let's get you guys to come over here. Because we're going to pick them up. Put them down right here, I think.
Nasperu Unatar.
Right. This should be the last one we've got to get. There's only one power generator left. This one right here. Unless I have to go here for some reason. There's a clear spot which makes it seem like there's something there. Alright, so we have those spider mines. We'll deal with those. Which one of you has a Reaver? Did you actually lock down a Reaver? Because it doesn't, okay. It doesn't have the animation, that's why I'm confused.
State your will.
Where are you? You're right there. Alright. Come up
Consider
here.
it done.
Pop this ghost. Hopefully it doesn't lock you down too.
I concur. Indeed. Consider it done. I concur.
Okay, so we know there's a siege tank up there I've got to be careful of.
Jakul Inak.
Alright.
The darkness rides. I am intrigued. I am ready. For ire.
There's a siege tank first. There is a second siege tank, I knew it.
Nasperu Unatar. Direct my wrath. Indeed.
Shall come.
That's alright. That's not a big deal.
I am the blade of chivalry. Fear is an illusion. I bask in the twilight. I am but a phantom.
Can hit the siege tank. We can get that.
I am ready. What would you ask?
Awaiting instructions.
State your will.
Alright, Artanis can finish it off.
The darkness rides. Yes, Executor.
Reinforcements are en route now, young Templar.
So I'm guessing that's still the last energy building is misplaced. There's a clear spot here, but we can't see it. We should be able to see it, though. I'm guessing it's supposed to be up here. Alright, what do we have? We have an Arbiter. Ooh, my.
We stand as one. On battle.
And, oh, we do have Corsairs. Alright, well, this just got a lot more interesting.
Direct my wrath.
Show call. Ready for battle. Our expertise is yours.
How shall we proceed? Let me count the ways I don't know. We could probably drop on that platform there depending on how defended it is. So let's line them up here. Bring our observer over here as well. Bring you guys over here. I guess we don't need these. We need all these, but Josh. Yeah, it didn't sound. I gotta fix that. Josh coming in with a tier 1 gift sub to Blood Runs Like Water. Thank you so much, Josh, for the very generous subscription. Once again, your subscription is supporting the Starship Dragon and its engines, keeping them running at full speed. Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate it. Blood Runs Like Water. Enjoy your emotes, your ad-free viewing, even though you probably don't have many ads to begin with. Hopefully. And the badge beside your name that tells all of the world that you are a sub. And Josh has dropped another one. To Ichigo Dave. Thank you so much, Josh, for a second sub. Ichigo, same to you. Enjoy your ad-free viewing and
establishing vector.
All them good old perks. While I shoot these spider mines. Where are my shuttles? Thank you for the sub to Star as well. Or the gift sub to Star. They gifted a total of 3 gift subs in the channel. Yes, he has. Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate it.
Let us attack. The sky is on night. Show call.
Seriously, he's still able to use abilities while he's in Disruption Web? That is some horse cock, I tells you. Massive horse cockery.
Nasperu Unadar. Direct my wrath. State your will.
Rid of all the flyers for the moment.
What would you ask of us?
Shoot you, so you should be able to just go kill that turret. Alright. Now we just casually meander an observer over here. And we observe a simple plan to do that. No surprises. Oop, oop, oop. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend you, turret. I'm sorry.
The darkness.
Stealth infiltration.
Service. I am intrigued. By the void. I am the blade of Shakuras.
Ooh, ow, owie, owie. Oh, Valkyrie.
The Phantom.
Alright. Alright, so we got a turret there.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Valkyrie there. Which is air-to-air only, so we don't have to worry about anything as far as that goes.
I bask in the twilight. Jakul Enoch.
You wouldn't be able to inflict enough damage on that before it dies.
Clever.
So. Ooh, talking mushrooms. Okay. Alright, let's drop you guys right there.
Fear is an illusion.
Fear is an illusion.
Glass. Daron. Let it be so.
Alright, let's see how we want to operate this. We need to get rid of the Valkyrie that's here and this bunker. We can use disruption webs to stop the turret, the missile turrets. Any friendly units that enter the swirling vortex. How quickly can I make that happen? Let's say we get everybody over here except you guys. Nice, close, hugging proximity to each other. I get nice and close, you know? Like a good old family portrait. And see if we can recall you. See if we can do that.
We shall lend our power.
I got most of them.
Contact. Fear is an illusion. Yes, Executor. Consider it done.
Alright. I call that parade successful.
Indeed.
We lost our
For ire.
our arbiter, but that's okay. We got it did what I wanted it to do.
Justice be done. Excellent. Awaiting command.
Direct my wrath.
Let's take our ground forces over here. You go over here as well.
What would you ask of us? Clever.
Please no siege tanks. Please no siege tanks. Please no siege tanks.
I will comply. I am intrigued. I am but a phantom. I am the blade of Shakuras.
Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt. Oh, they are going to hurt.
I stand ready. Glory of battle. I am ready for battle.
And we have Corsairs in this group too. That'll do a crap ton of damage to those battle cruisers also. Nice. Not the most efficient way, but the hour 43-minute version. As I said, very efficient. But I got 3 gift subs out of it. Thank you again, Josh. Return to Char. Protoss High Fleet. High orbit over the planet Char.
Executor, the Urash is secured, and the UED has given up the chase. We are currently holding perimeter orbit over the planet Char. Zeratul, have you locked onto the location of the Callus?
Yes. I remember sensing his power the last time I was on this world. However, our sensors indicate a massive, fluctuating energy signature at its location. I am, however, unable to identify the signature's source.
That should be obvious, gentlemen. The source is the Overmind itself. When the Cerebrates merged together, they must have locked onto the Callus energies and nested near it. It's probable that there'll be a number of broods protecting that area. It's risky, but if we can strike hard and fast, we might be able to fight our way through their defenses and escape with the crystal.
Comrades, I may have an alternative. Seeing as how the Overmind is still in its infant stages, I wonder if we might be able to disrupt its control over those broods. If we can do enough superficial damage to the creature, it might pacify the Zerg nearest to it, allowing us some time to retrieve the Callus.
A bold plan, young Artanis. Your courage rivals that of mighty Tazadar himself.
You give me too much credit, noble Zeratul. I am not worthy enough to even speak his name.
Touching. Look, boys, either of these plans will work, but let's not waste any time. I'll be able to exert limited control over a few of the Zerg here and provide you with some backup. But the longer we stay, the more we risk losing both the crystals again.
Agreed. Executor, deploy your forces. May Adun be with you.
Kerrigan's like, touching, boys. Nice bonding moment between the two of you. Can we please go blow up the Overmind now? Alright, I'm going to take me a little restroom break here because we also have a request for a secret ad. It's not really a secret. Everybody knows what it's going to be, but whatever. Boosh! Howdy, y'all. My name is Richard Dickerson, but you can call me Dick. That's right, I'm Dick Dickerson, and I'd like to ask you something. Have you ever wondered how to cross the largest oceans but don't have a boat? Ever wondered how to climb the highest mountains but don't have any climbing gear? Well, want to know more? Here at Big Dick's Chocobo Ranch, you can get yourself one of my fancy chocobos that can make those massive oceans seem like puddles and make those towering mountains feel like tiny dirt piles. We have the widest selection of the cutest chocobos this side of Midgard. From the slick feathered strider to the fluffy darter to the established and mature look of the swift runner, you're sure to find a chocobo type that's right for you. Don't want a chocobo that looks like the rest? For a small additional fee, we can color your chocobo's feathers to any color you like. With our patented permadye technology, your chocobo can be virtually any color you wish and remain that way for the lifespan of the chocobo. Our permadye technology is completely safe for you, your family, and the chocobo. We also have a wide selection of accessories for you to choose from. From tiny trinkets like medals to full body armor, you can accessorize your chocobo to your heart's desire. So stop by Big Dick Chocobo Ranch to speak to one of our chocobo masters about your chocobo today. Or you can give us a call to set up an appointment or check out our website at bigdickranch.net. That's right, bigdickranch.net. I'm Dick Dickerson. I'll see you down the road. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, anyway. Depending on where this callus crystal is, I'm probably going to just like go an all-out assault on the Overmind. We'll just have to see. It's a lot of Zerg. Like, a lot. Hello. Oh, right. We have access to the Zerg also. Oh, we have Zerg. Lurkers. Oh, God, I forgot about the Zerg lurkers. Oh, no. Well, how do we want to do this?
What would you ask of us?
Don't call me a Zerg. Exclamation lurk.
Cartoon. By the void.
Well, they ain't gonna lurk now. Alright, so those are shield batteries. Okay, cool. Alright, so how do we want to do this? Probably should go with, where's a gas thing? Do we have any gas around here? Is the only gas at the Zerg base? That's... Here.
Awaiting instructions.
We can do C&C. I need you guys to become hatcheries.
Evolution complete.
Oh, there. Drones. need more defenses. That reason right there. You also need a cybernetics core. Also make another base down there, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright, you guys come down here. You give me a hatchery. Ooh, yeesh, that Zerg base is close.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad thing. Stargate, we need Fleet Beacon after that. Okay. Give me that. Give me more workers. Give me more workers. Level up. I need aircraft. So I need Spire. Bean's Nest. What's another Spire? 150. Can wait. You three. Go to there.
You require more Vespine gas.
I need 150 gas for Stargates. Okay. What I want you guys, I need you and you and you, just for protection. Get down here and make me creep colonies.
Is upon us.
Here, here. And
Awaiting instructions. Confirmed.
Lurker.
Engaging foe.
Engage them harder.
Receive.
Okay, so this is the crystal, and this is the overmind. Okay.
Evolution complete.
I can't go into, I can't get greater spires, I can only get mutalisks. I can't get hives. So, Overlord sight range, give me Overlords because we can afford them. Give me one of you to become an extractor for here.
You must construct additional pylons.
No, actually I need more Overlords. What we can also do is this, and this, and this, and fourth one? Fourth one.
We embrace the glory of
Where's our forge? We need to upgrade this stuff. Shields first. You guys are going to start rallying here. I'm going to place a wager you probably can't make lurkers yourselves. You know, Hydralisked in to find out, so let's find out. Fleet beacon. After you drop that off, you're going to come over here and make me a fleet beacon. You're going to give me armor. Incoming!
I bask in the twilight. Our pylon is under attack.
Oh, this F2 doesn't select the Zerg.
Engaging foe. Mineral field depleted.
These guys are going to become spore colonies. These two are going to become creep colonies.
Upgrade complete.
I can start getting some carriers on the case.
Swarm has
Unlock carrier capacity.
You require more Vespine gas. Sequences spun. Swarm mutated.
Alright, I see the base. Or a base. Got a little bit of defenses there, not much. Should be able to handle that pretty cleanly.
Upgrade complete.
Uh-oh. Stupid overlord. God damn it. Goddamn overlord.
Upgrade complete.
You give me another cybernetics bay there, then go on that one. Oh, you're probably stuck now. Oh well.
Carrier has arrived. Your allies' base is Where's
There's a green goo base. There's a green goo building. I have a green goo building. There it is. Alright, all you guys are going to become creep colonies. We don't need that many workers on crystals. O, T, C, and D. Are you guys, are you overworked? You're on my way. I can't see. Doing on crystals. Ew, that's not pretty.
Evolved.
That's very small.
Evolution complete. Carrier has arrived. Mutation. You must construct additional pylons.
Right, you told me that a minute ago. Thank you for reminding me.
Sequences spun. Swarm mutated. You have not enough minerals.
Everybody here, start working up your interceptors.
What would you have me give instructions? You see Callus. You have not enough minerals. Upgrade complete.
Time for you carriers to do stuff.
Mineral field depleted.
Alright, let's go blow up this let's go blow up the space over here. We need the minerals.
Prepare to engage. The time. Let us proceed.
Focus on the same targets. Do more damage that way.
The time is now. Prepare to engage. Battle is won. To victory.
Right.
The time is now.
Unless there's
Agreed.
lurkers lurking.
Battle is won. We are poised for victory. Prepare to engage.
Well, make sure there isn't.
Carrier has arrived. Your allies are in battle.
I think we'll be okay. I think we can hold. We hope you guys actually, there's nothing else there. You give me that. Still can't build it because there's still creep there.
Evolution complete. You have not enough minerals. Victim, let us proceed. We are ready.
No, don't do that.
You have not enough minerals.
It would be cheaper. It would be cheaper. And quicker because we've already got some Zerg goo over here. Not that it matters now.
You have not enough minerals. Awaiting the call.
And boosh. Make all you guys into defensive turrets. I don't know what defensive turrets are, but I know that I need to have a bit of them.
The battle is won.
It was poised to go poorly.
Let us proceed.
Safe. Can we save? Can we save? Please save. Please don't save. Please save. Damn it. Serious bug to this mass recall.
Mineral field depleted.
Right. 2, 1, 1, 1. Yep, you're stuck. You are very stuck. Okay. We're gonna need more pylons soon. So you just volunteered to be a pylon maker. Make me a whole bunch of pylons. A whole bunch of anti-memes. Never mind, you're stuck. Holy crap, why does that happen so easily?
We are poised for victory. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
8 workers on that.
Swarm has evolved.
Oh my god, they can't actually take it to the... Oh, that is insanely bad. They can't act... Probes can't take to the Zerg base because technically the Zerg base is a neutral base.
Evolution complete.
Even though I'm in control, it's technically not mine, so I can't. My probes can't take resources to it, which is B-U-M-B, dumb, in my professional opinion.
Your allies are in battle.
Four colonies and 2 colonies, hang in there. I got the ult for this. Could have gone worse. It's okay if I lose this base, though. Sorry, I'm not that worried about it. I'm kind of okay losing this base, too, because I don't really care about the Zerg that much. I really don't. Here's what I will do. I'll go ahead and drop a Nexus here so the probes can at least mine something. That got handled. So now when I send the probes to mine these minerals, they'll still be able to not have to go 45 miles to get them. Can the drones mine from my... They can. Cool.
Mineral field depleted.
Stuck so that thing gets wiped out. Alright, more carriers, please.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. You have not enough minerals.
I don't know, I sent a whole bunch of workers over there. Alright. Make me some more pylons. Just to finish off the maximum.
You have not enough minerals.
Get the upgrades while I remember to do so. Your shields next, 300.
Carrier has arrived.
Come on, almost there. Thank you. I reached our 200, and we just gotta fill it out.
Let us. You seek our service.
Oh yeah, our mineral income is much better.
You have not enough minerals.
Oh, 350. I don't know what I'm thinking. Well, I thought two. I don't know why I thought 225.
We are ready. Prepare to engage.
Got all the carrier upgrades we can get. Minerals left. We can then get this guy out from behind here.
Mineral field depleted.
Still upgrading those. Can't do shields.
Mineral field depleted. You have not enough minerals. Vespine geyser exhausted.
Two,
Carrier has arrived.
Two. Which fuel? Which? This one exhausted. Don't care. Okay. I don't care if the Zerg die.
You have not enough minerals.
Alright, saves don't work. Well, I'm trying to save again. Forced habit, I suppose.
Victory. We are poised for victory.
Yeah, 112 interceptors. I think that's probably pretty plentiful. Probably don't need that many interceptors to do the job, but you know, I'm an overachiever.
Upgrade complete.
Agreed. The time is now. Carrier has arrived. What would you ask of us?
The enemy.
Prepare to engage. The Kala is served.
Upgrade complete.
Carrier has arrived.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Zara Kulur. Azul. We have met the enemy.
I think it was a Devourer among that group. Yeah, this is Devourer, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Basically, just a large Hydralisk. Zerg anti-air.
Carrier has arrived.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Prepare to engage.
Alright, shoot give her mine.
The Kala is served.
Executor, the Overmind has been rendered inert. But we've only bought ourselves a few precious minutes. We must claim the Callus without delay.
Cool.
Executor, the Callus is ours. Let us depart this wretched world and return to Shakuras. Provided there is still a Shakuras to return to.
It'll be quite a shock if it doesn't. The Insurgent. Executor Citadel at New Antioch, Shakuras. You're static.
Congratulations, Executor. Your success has brought us the promise of hope against the Zerg. However, we face a new threat within our own ranks. In your absence, Judicator Alderis and an entire legion of Kali survivors from Ire have begun an open revolt against us.
By the gods, this is ill news indeed. Why would Alderis betray us so?
He and his ilk believe that it was wrong to have abandoned Ire and consorted with our people. Their
I thought we
were
were over this already.
Sins against us. Even now, Alderis and his loyalist Templar forces are preparing to attack our
I thought we
citadel.
dealt with this at the end of the StarCraft 1 campaign.
This.
Oh my god.
As if the Zerg were not enough. Matriarch, are you certain of this?
All too certain, young Templar. Executor, as Matriarch of the Dark Templar and custodian
Look at
of this world,
Artanis, man.
I hereby order you to terminate Judicator Alderis and
Or
quell
Alderis,
this
not
untimely
Artanis.
uprising
Alderis.
without delay. There will be no dissent among us while the Zerg are poised to strike.
There's something amiss here. The matriarch has always been a wise and gentle soul. Though there is some merit in her decision, this is very unlike her.
That may well be. But right now, we have a friend to kill. May Adun forgive us.
Maybe, perhaps a loose reference to Red October? Hunt for Red October? There was a scene where the Russian captain, not Sean Connery's character, but another Russian captain of another submarine, was ordered to sink the Red October. And his first officer is asking, the captain gets all like panicky and tells them to like push the reactor to 105%, and we need a haul ass to catch up and all this. And his first officer's like, what's going on? Why are we in such a hurry? Where are we going? And the captain replies, we're going to kill a friend. So, well, that's like a loose reference to Red October in that manner, just by the line. Citadel of the Executor, New Antioch, Shakuras.
Be advised, Executor. Our forces are divided. Alderis has taken control of our Templar warriors and arbiters. It is possible that he may even send Archons against us.
Fear not, comrades, for we have Archons of our own. Should the dire need arise, all Dark Templar may merge to become Dark Archons. Though we sacrifice our warriors in doing so, only the might of the Dark Archons can match the forces of Alderis.
I mean, the Dark Archons are good and cool and all that. My problem with the Dark Archons is they're not an attacking unit. They're literally only a caster. Granted, the caster, they can actually use mind control, which will allow you to control other units. So say you are on a battlefield with a Zerg or a Terran, you could go take a Dark Archon, mind control an SCV or a drone, and you'd be able to build all their units. And that's great, but first of all, it wouldn't work in this. I mean, there's no point in doing it in this mission. I'm already Protoss. Using mind control on an enemy group that's attacking is, a minor inconvenience. It's not really, again, it's mostly because of casting. It's a caster unit. I'm not really good at using caster units. Like their High Templar brethren, 2 Dark Templar can sacrifice themselves in a psionic melding, giving rise to the Dark Archon. The powers of these avatars of psionic might extend well beyond those of the regular Archon, more than compensating for their lack of any physical attack capacity. The burning crimson effigy of the Dark Archon spreads fear across any battlefield. These powerful creatures of living psionic energy embody the eternal wrath of the Dark Templar. The Dark Archon can wield the mysterious energies of the void. These dire, volatile beings are so powerful, the Dark Templar have outlawed their creation for 1,000 years. Oh, no. Alright. Citadel of Adun. start on this one. We have these. Let's get this going. We need more workers as soon as we can. So I got an XCOM 2 perma-mind control a sphere and use it to raise an army of zombies to wipe the map. He won the mission on legendary with just one unit. Mind control a sphere. 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 Are you talking about the big white spheres that are that have like a I actually cannot remember what they're called, but they're like inside they have like this weird eyeball arms kind of thing. I can't remember the name of those units. But is that the sphere you're talking about, the big white sphere? Okay. Alright. Then that makes sense, because those things are fucking powerful. And when they die, they do a shit ton of damage. Because they explode. Always wondered why whenever you use energy with a Dark Archon, it also uses their shields. I've never fully understood that. I mean, I guess it's a balance thing, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Always been kind of a weird thing to me. All right.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
There we go, plenty.
Engaging foe.
It wasn't doing much damage as the rift attack that he was using with it. It raises all humanoid corpses. Oh. Damn.
Fear is an illusion. I am intrigued. Khartoum. I am the blade of Shakuras. I will comply. I am but a phantom.
We can't make High Templars because Aldera says the High Templars. No, I know. I mean, I get it. It's really good, but it's just like it's one of those things that's like it's a caster, so I have to like click on it, click on the ability, cast it properly, make sure I hit the right thing. If I use mind control of my own targets, it won't do anything. So I've wasted a few seconds of click time. You know, it's just like, you know, I'm more of a macro player when it comes to strategy games, which is probably why I'm bad at them. I'm not good at the micro part of it. Especially with StarCraft, which is heavily micro-based.
Engaging foe. Zok Talados.
The darkness rides. By the void. Clever. I am intrigued. I am but a phantom.
Oh, Reaver. spawn. Yeah, I guess that's fine there.
You require more Vespine gas.
Power overwhelming. Eradicate. Destroy.
Woohoo! Hello.
Moktoridon.
Alright. I like what I see there. Excuse me, you're going to be doing something for me. You do that. And that. And then that. That. And that. Alright, cannon.
Carrier has arrived.
Ooh, that's taking its time. Okay.
Upgrade complete.
Alright.
Upgrade complete. Mineral feed. You have not enough minerals.
Okay, we need to get the... Where's our fleet beacon? We need to get this upgrade. Oh! We can't even increase the number of... Oh my god, that's unfortunate. We can't even increase the number of carriers we can... Or interceptors we can carry. That is very, very unfortunate. Also in RE2, seeing in RE2, the mission was speed ran using Yuri clones to target the US president directly by bypassing units in the way. Well, you were the one that showed me that crazy, the crazy thing where they used Kirov. They like launched a bunch of missiles that I guess were locked onto the Kirov. You moved the Kirov, the missiles kept going in a straight line and blew up an entire base. That was just... That's one of those what moments. Ah, no. Must you attack that base? Answer your questions. No, you must not. Come on, Archon. Hold on. Oh, he got sticks. Yeah, that's my control point. I know.
Must feed.
That was a cheesy glitch when I'm saying the Yuri. No, I get it. I know. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying I remembered that particular thing. It was just like, wow, that's both hilarious and what the fuck moment all at the same time.
You have not enough minerals.
We remain vigilant. Daron.
Shields going, get armor. And weapons at 175. I got 10 there. Alright, carriers at 350. Let's get you to make a few more pylons for support. Ten workers there.
Mineral field. You have not enough minerals.
Where else can I go scouting? Where's my arbiter?
Lead the way. Let it be so. Glass. Establishing vector. Spatial coordinates received. Jatakas all. We shall lend our power. Daran. Spatial coordinates received. Let it be so.
Upgrade complete.
Jatakas all.
A lot of empty openings.
We shall lend our power.
Ah,
establishing vector.
Uh-oh.
Mineral field depleted.
Arbiter cannot outdo two dragoons.
Our expertise is
Our
yours.
pylon is under attack.
Aw, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Mineral field depleted.
But guess what is right? Grab this. Might now.
Let us proceed. Standing by. Un anak baru. Prepare to engage.
Give me another Stargate so I can get 4 going. Go ahead and get 5, even better.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, let's do Control 2. Mark them all here. That one had a believable hello message. Did it though? Wait, it's got... Wait a minute, there's dragoons over there. You guys have energy yet? How much is it? Like it holds 150? You might have it by the time you get over there. But what did he say? You have to like repeat it, like copy and paste it. You don't have to do that, but like, what was the general gist of the message? Oh no, they don't. I wonder what happened. Come on, you can outdo him. You can outdo him. You can't outdo him. Run! Run away! Run away! But he is only a Dragoon, which means my Dark Templar should be able to whack his ass.
What would you ask of us?
So guess what? You get an escort.
Our pylon is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
By the void.
Oh, that's very, very unfortunate.
Victory awaits.
That's a lot of
Time is now under attack.
Our pylon is under attack.
Do this quickly.
We have met the enemy. We are ready. Prepared to engage. Takara is served. Zara Kudur.
Well, we gotta put that Nexus back. Expected an air attack, not a ground one. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a spam bot, but yeah, it's alright. He didn't actually follow because I have no new followers. I also didn't get a follower message. Even so, that still would have been considered self promotion, because you don't just go into somebody's stream and just give them your Discord without prompting. Oh, you. Cannons here quickly. Well, I know he got his Japan. I know. I was here. I saw it.
You have not enough minerals.
What do I have down here? 10. Alright, so we need 5 up here as well. If I get my income back up. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You have not enough minerals.
Got upgrades coming on that.
Upgrade complete.
Shields are fully upgraded. Two, 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 one, one, one. Okay, that's all right. 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 10. Actually, give me 3 more after that because I need to work on this. 2 and 3. That should be 10. Start cranking out carriers again. Everyone, we can't save. Oh, thank you. We're good there. 10 there. Okay. What are we doing down here? 10 workers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's fine.
We have met the enemy.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Where's my mind control dude? I have no idea where my mind control dude is. I'm gonna go grab that carrier.
The darkness rides. Victory awaits. Agreed. To victory. We have met the enemy.
Base is under attack.
Doing like attacks right here.
Carrier has arrived.
Mineral field depleted.
Who's got more than 2 miners on their mineral field?
Mineral field.
Ooh, let's take you 3 over here. And you're stuck.
Depleted. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Hey, our resource income is better. Time for a save. Couldn't reach target. What do you mean you couldn't reach target? Whatever.
Mineral field depleted.
Victory awaits.
Cranking out those carriers. 5 get stargates at a time.
Carrier has arrived.
You have not enough minerals.
Carrier has arrived.
So I have you.
Un anak baru.
Upgrades. All our air upgrades and shields are complete.
Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
We are poised for victory.
Hello.
The Kala is served.
us proceed.
It is kind of sad that I need that I can't max out my interceptors. I can only have 4 per ship, barring the ones I mind control because they get the upgrade.
Awaiting the call. Let us. We are poised for victory.
Or do I get the upgrade because I captured a ship that has it?
Depleted.
Carrier has
Maybe I get it because I captured a ship with the upgrade. Because I didn't have it in my upgrade saving. Maybe then again, maybe it wouldn't. I would have. That's okay. I didn't think of that. Maybe once I researched it by mistake. Well, I mean, once I captured it, I researched it automatically.
We are ready. Fear is an illusion.
Mineral field depleted. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
There's the last mineral complete. Deal. Okay.
Carrier has arrived.
All right, you guys. We don't need 7 dudes on one pile. No more than 2 dudes in a pile. Thank you. 7 dudes aren't. Or 7 dudes is too many for a pile.
Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Carrier has arrived.
Alright. Let's restore some of those defenses. Uh-oh. That's a problem, though.
You have not enough minerals. Base is under attack.
Freaking Reaver.
You have not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
Right. Let's make our move. We have a lot of carriers. And 100 and... What did I say? 124 interceptors? I should be good. And more on the way because I still have them being built.
The Kala is served. The time is now. The battle is won. Agreed. Zara Kudu. To victory.
Mineral field depleted.
You didn't think I'd be caught so easily, did you, Executor? You have only destroyed a phantom.
Yeah, well, your mom's a phantom. Oh, got him.
The time is now. Time is now. Prepare to engage. Zara Kunul. To victory. Battle is won. Agreed. The Kala is served. Na Hazum. Battle is won. Na Hazum.
No! Fucking stasis! Ah. So annoying. I gotta wait for these guys to get unlocked.
We are poised for victory.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Let us proceed. We awaiting Un Anak Paru.
Doesn't tell me how much longer before the stasis field subsides.
Victory. Zara Kunul.
Corsairs?
To victory.
My shields were showing impacts from multiple units, which usually means an AoE effect of the Corsair. All the all the new AA units in Brood War are AoE anti-air, so all their attacks are obviously AoE. Come on, turret, you can handle it.
You have not enough minerals.
We are ready.
Base is under attack. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
Alright, where's
Mineral
my
field
Dark
depleted.
Archon? Go mind control him.
Victory awaits. We hear you. Un Anak Paru. Zara Kunul.
That was real.
It is finished, Judicator. Surrender your remaining forces and join us in eradicating the Zerg.
Oh, Artanis has his StarCraft 2 look, so he's all like decked out in gear.
Then tarnish the memory of Ire by joining with you. Your fate was sealed the moment your matriarch allied herself with the Queen of Blades. Those of us still loyal to Ire will never be slaves to Kerrigan and her broods.
Aldaris, be reasonable. Kerrigan has changed. She no longer seeks to enslave anyone. Do not force us to destroy you.
You can no longer afford to be so naive, Artanis. While you were securing the crystals, I discovered that your matriarch has been harboring a dark secret. She has been manipulated by this—
We have no time for this.
Kerrigan, what have you done?
I just cleaned up your mess, Protoss. Don't be so squeamish.
wretched creature. This was our Protoss matter. You had no right to interfere. Begone from this world. You are no longer welcome among us.
Fine. I've done what I came here to do. I've ensured the destruction of the renegade Cerebrits, and I used you to do it. Have fun, mighty Protoss. We'll be seeing each other again, real soon.
What? Kerrigan betrayed us? I can scarcely believe it. That's why it's the title of the stream tonight. And with that, I am also out of time for said stream. However, me and my suave personality, as if, will be back tomorrow night, Friday, 5:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, where we will probably be picking up with Final Fantasy Tactics. Let's see here. Should we go raid some? How about... There's no comment. Have a comment? He is currently licking his paw, so take that for what it's worth. Plague's Tale. Let's go raid Sunny. Sunny Star Blast. Playing what did I say? One of the Plague's Tale games. Didn't see which one. I want to play those. I have them for free on one of those systems. Star Blast, not Sun Blast. There we go. That's not what I meant to do. Damn it. I did it wrong. I can't do it right there either. I can't do things. Me am dumb. Me am unable to do stream things because me is stupid. It's not shout out, it's raid. I gotta pull up my own page. Ugh, ugly creature appeared on my screen with black shirt and weird hair. There we go. Now I got it. Raiden Sunny, thank you again so much for being here tonight. Hope you all enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.